So I often say that dating, especially in the area that I live in, is kind of like fishing in the sewer. It's it's kind of like nothing good is going to come of it.
Sorry.
I am 32. I'll be 33 in February, and I feel like the older I get, the less patience I have for anything. I'm very serious about dating because, like, I want my eggs cracked, okay? I want to ring my finger because I want to get married, okay? Like New York said, I'm really not playing no games. I mean, I never really played games, but I feel like the older you get, as a woman, you start thinking like, oh my God, my time clock is ticking.
Tick tock, motherfucker.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. You saw right in the intro. Today we cover Edward Scissorhands and also a cow or a pig, whatever you choose. So, women dating in their 30s, right? A common phenomenon in today's day and age, even though a century ago it was barely seen anywhere. And let me explain that older women are to men what broke guys are to women, right? Each gender has its own preference. It just so happens, coincidentally, magically, without no further reasoning anyone could say, that men just simply don't like dating older women. Now guys, let's get started and let's see each case.
All right, y'all. So as I'm cooking, I just wanted to vent about dating in your 30s. I am 32. I'll be 33 in February. And I feel like the older I get, the less patience I have for anything. I'm very serious about dating because, like, I want my eggs cracked, okay? I want to ring my finger because I want to get married, okay? Like New York said, I'm really not playing no games. I mean, I never really played games, but I feel like the older you get, as a woman, you start thinking like, oh my God, my time.
Yeah, so she just said, I haven't played games really, all these 30 years, I haven't. Which begs the question, what have you been doing? Have you been locked in a tower? Have you been in jail, I don't know, your whole life? I know, have you been on a deserted island, just spending time there? Like, if you give me any reason that is understandable, I think men will get that, all right? Men will understand a woman saying, well, I've been focusing on my studies, or I've been focusing on this or that, or something happened in my life. But to just fool around for 10 years of your adult life is not necessarily a green flag.
The clock is ticking, and as I'm dating, I think there's a few things that I could do better. I think I need to practice discernment. I'm such an over giver, and I think that's my problem. I'm so caring, supportive, anything when I date a person, but I feel like sometimes I show too much and give too much too early to a man.
Yeah, shut up. Guys, she's just perfect in her imperfections. She's just so charmingly imperfect, All her vices are not necessarily vices, they're just charming, happy mistakes, So the only moment these women take accountability is to kiss their own arse. So basically this woman says, I'm just too much of a giver, I give too much of myself. I'm just, God blessed me with so much generosity, I can't. Which of course is absolutely false. Funny thing about life, you don't see people who are actually good or generous or smart or whatever talk about it all the time. When someone is I don't know, really smart, he doesn't need to be saying that every single day. When someone is attractive, they don't just go out there and call themselves attractive all the time. Other people have to grant you those titles, not yourself.
The point where they get so comfortable they don't want to really do anything, or they don't court the way you want to. I feel like I gotta tone it down a little bit and let the man show me that he really wants me before I can really show him and spoil him. I have no problem spoiling a man, anything like that, but I've realized that the more I give too early, I'm not getting things that I want in return. And it sucks because I don't ever want to tone down who I am as a person, because this is always gonna be me, but it's just like, if I keep moving the way I am, I'm not gonna get the results I want. And of course, probably the man is not for me. At the end of the day, you're gonna meet your match and the person's gonna reciprocate it.
Why? Why at the end of the day? Who told you that? Did God send you a memo that you're gonna get him? I don't understand. These women always have hope, yet they have no reasons to back that up. You know what I mean? And giving your coochie away for every chat that buys you a McDonald's is not necessarily being a giver. It's not necessarily being generous. I would rather call it cheap. You know, which I don't know this woman's case, alright? I don't know what she exactly means with spoil men and give too much, but my guess is that she's just having bedroom fun with those guys on the first date. Then, because they already got what they want, you know, because they get the milk for free, they're not gonna buy the cow. So yeah, essentially, I don't think that doing that, having one night random hookups, is being a giver.
But yeah, I think I just gotta practice discernment, man, because then I just get bit in the ass, y'all. Like, and then I also can't assume shit. Like, I could be with a man dating, we doing everything every motherfucking day. We could be doing anything every day, right? If we don't have that conversation of actually being exclusive, and I have to say that, I gotta put the word exclusive there, because you know how niggas get, if we're not talking about actually being exclusive with each other and only dating each other, or you're not asking me to be your girlfriend, I can never assume that you're only dating me. And that's my problem, because I don't date multiple people at a time. I don't even have the time to, baby. I date one at a time. So I always put all my eggs in one basket, and I cater to one guy, and I just put my all into one guy. And then if like fires back at me, and I'm just...
I mean, guys, of course it fires back, because you have no... let's say that commitment is a document. You don't have that document. You have no commitment. The guy didn't ask you out to be his girlfriend because he clearly doesn't want to. So what are you doing committing to men that show with their behavior that they don't like you? You know, it's like, I only date one man at a time. Good, you know, that's a start. Don't date 6 men at a time. But then the men you date, you spread their legs for them. You act as if you were in a relationship, and then it falls down, it crumbles down. And then, guys, this is the funniest part. It's like these women, they don't just slip up once. No, they do a certain behavior 17 times in a row, and they don't learn from their mistakes. You will assume that at one point, when they make the same mistake 17 times, they will say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't spread my legs and commit my heart or my emotions to a man that hasn't committed to me back, you know? But no. They continue doing the same thing, and then, guys, they wind up at 30 with a body count close to the triple digit, you know, and then they say, well, where is Prince Charming? Why won't he commit now to a woman who has already wasted her peak, you know, her peak age, and a woman who comes with a lot of baggage, because as she herself mentioned in the beginning of the video, she has less and less patience the more she ages.
At the point where I'm so tired of it that I'm like, okay, I gotta change some things. I gotta change some things. I gotta see if there's a yellow light turn into a red light, Destiny, just go. Just go. So I don't know if any of y'all that are in the same boat as me, but like, I'm just so tired. I'm just a lover girl, and I'm like really like looking for my future husband. So I just...
Guys, every time I hear the I'm a lover girl or I'm a hopeless romantic, it's always these people with triple-digit body counts who have nothing but failures in their dating history. It's gotta love it. It's become a term that is a red flag at this point.
Gotta be better at not being an overgiver, and the nigga needs to just be my mother.
I'm here to...
Yeah, so in resume, guys, what we can get from the first video is, ladies, if you want people to buy the cow, don't sell the milk for free. But talking about cows, guys, let's get started.
To talk briefly about dating. That's right. So I often say that dating, especially in the area that I live in, is kind of like fishing in the sewer. It's kind of like nothing good is going to come of it. So in order to successfully date, you have to be able to openly communicate. You have to talk about emotions. You have to be emotionally mature. You have to let your guard down. You have to love yourself so that you can love other people. You have to basically be willing to open yourself up to getting hurt, you know, which is part of life, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, those may be the things you need to do as a woman to date in your 30s when you already come with a divorce and you know, a baby from another man. Maybe that's what you need to do in that situation. But if you're a young woman, the only thing you need in order to find a partner is don't be the top 10 most hideous woman on earth. And second, just be a good human individual. right? Be a person that people will want as a friend, as a girlfriend, you know, the people will like to have a daughter like you. That's all you need. I think that's it's like the bare minimum, you know, just be a good person that's loyal, that's not gonna cheat, that doesn't value superficial things over the really important ones. That's it, guys. And then your age just becomes a multiplier. The younger you are, the more you increase and multiply your chances of finding a man. It's really that simple. But again, even a woman in her 60s, if she has the previous two conditions, you know, to not be hideous and to be a good person, some men will want that. Some men in his 50s or 60s or 70s, some men that comes from a divorce. If a woman is a good person, guys, she'll always be in a committed relationship, right?
And people aren't willing to do that. You have to be honest. You have to be transparent. If you're not interested in a long-term relationship, don't say you are. Whatever you're like interested in as far as short-term, long-term, whatever, say that at the beginning. Don't take up anyone's time. Don't waste my.
Hey guys, so she's whining again. Yet another woman that says, why are men just not honest? And I'll Uno reverse card you there. If you don't want to be in a relationship till death do its part, don't say that you want to be in a relationship till death do its part. Because women, they, you know, 70% of the divorces, or 80, I don't remember the exact number, but well, the vast majority are initiated by women. So apply your own advice to your gender and stop divorcing men, stop taking their money and their children away, and the world will be a better place, all right? You want honesty from guys when you're already in your 30s and your life is miserable, yet you didn't have that honesty with your previous relationships. See what I'm getting at?
My time, I won't waste yours. Don't lead anyone on. If you're seeing someone, you shouldn't be sleeping around like that. No, that's gross. I'm sorry. It's just, it's so frustrating, you know, when you're putting time and effort into something and the other person just isn't doing the same thing. So many people are just willing to ghost you or block you and move on instead of having a simple conversation about, you know, emotions or feelings, or, hey, this hurt my feelings, or, you know, whatever the situation is. And when you're in your late 30s or 40s or whatever, you should be able to talk about this stuff. So what's going on? You know, you can't love someone unless you love yourself. So ultimately, at the end of the day, you need to seek help and work on your past trauma, because you can't have a successful relationship unless you've done that. So stop trying to enter all these relationships if you aren't over things that you've been through. And don't be afraid to seek counseling. I always recommend counseling. It's a great tool. So, you know, I don't understand people. You know, if you don't know what you want, please stop dating. Don't waste anyone's time. It's
guys, if the condition is met to not date, if you don't know what you want, I think that 95% of women will have to stop dating.
It's really frustrating. And people don't lead other people on if you aren't interested in something long-term. Please don't say you are. Don't waste anyone's time. It's not nice. It's not funny. Ghosting's not cute, especially for adults. Like, it's not funny. How would you feel if somebody did that to your daughter? You wouldn't be happy, so don't do it to someone else.
Well, my daughter, if I ever had one, wouldn't be starting to date when she's 30. So not the exact same scenario, but guys, as some last thoughts, just perceive it this way. Women in dating, they are, theoretically valuable. Men do the chasing, men chase women around, men are the ones who propose most often than not in the vast majority of the cases. Women are the prize. I don't want to sound like, your average boss babe, but yes, you could look at it that way. Women are the prize that men chase after, because men are the ones who chase. So it just becomes a really easy scenario. Picture this. If you saw a really good car, an expensive, car, quality car, not expensive, really quality car, it's brand new, everything seems all right, you like the model, but even though it's at a cheap price, nobody has shown interest in that car, or a lot of people have walked by it and didn't buy it, or a car, a house, whatever you want to picture, just some really quality product that yet nobody is willing to invest in. Wouldn't you consider that a red flag? Like, wouldn't your thoughts be, well, if this car is so good and everything works properly and it's a quality product and it's cheap, why is nobody buying it, right? I mean, you can't just simply buy this car and be absolutely okay with it, given that, let's say, the previous 30 people who have walked past that car didn't buy it. Or with a house, like really big house, a lot of area, right? Modern house, everything seems brand new, and it's at a cheap, affordable price, yet nobody's bought it. Well, the first thing you're gonna think is, well, maybe the ceiling is broken, or maybe the neighborhood is dangerous, or, that there's something going on here. Because if the two conditions are met, that this product is indeed a quality product, and it's affordable, then it wouldn't be free. You know what I mean? It's the same with these women, guys. If they are these people that they claim to be, if they are really a catch, why are they single at 30? Like, why have all the men who have ever been with her not committed to her? There's clearly something going on. Again, women are the thing men chase after. Women, on average, they have multiple men throughout their lives, wanting to be with them for multiple reasons, And when they don't commit, and they end up 30 and single, it's just a massive red flag. But guys, thank you for watching. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll be happy to see you next time. Have a good one.